up alone on the floor.
Okay, good morning guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more of my videos. It is currently 10:44 in the morning. I just did my makeup really quickly and got dressed, put myself together. Yesterday, I kind of spent the entire day in bed. I was kind of having one of those mental health days where I just literally let it consume me and just stayed in bed all day, didn't really do anything productive. And I honestly was like really beating myself up about it. But at the end of the day, I was like, fine, like I gave myself this day, but now tomorrow we're gonna have like a full mental health reset type of day where we kind of try to pull ourselves out of it, if that makes sense, if anybody like knows like that feeling. But before I like get started on like whatever I'm going and doing, I just wanted to quickly say I am not a professional. I try to help you guys as much as I possibly can and like share things that work for me. You know that what works for somebody may not work for you, and like everybody is different. Everybody has like different things going on in their life. So what I say and what I share are just like little self-care type of things that can help you get in a better headspace. And that leads me to the sponsor of today's video, which is BetterHelp. I am so excited to be working with BetterHelp because I think it is so amazing. So if you think that you're stressed, overwhelmed, depressed, anxious, any of those feelings, then BetterHelp can really be a good option for you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are there to help you and listen to you and are way more educated than I am to like give you real good advice and like help you through whatever you're going through. There's a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that you may have never been able to in your area. Since it is online, you just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with your therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule secure video and phone sessions, plus you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. And I know that could be very intimidating and scary because like what if you don't like your therapist? And in my opinion, I feel like it's amazing that it's online because I would be way more scared to kind of break up with a therapist in person. So if you don't like a therapist, you can request a new one through BetterHelp, and at no charge you can get matched with a new one and like see if they're a better fit for you. There has been 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. So if this interests you at all and you think this may be something good for you, you can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Samantha Nicole. That is BetterHelp/Samantha Nicole, and you can get 10% off your first month. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I think that this is so amazing, and for some people this would be like the best thing for them. I think that everybody would benefit from therapy. It is never a bad idea to go and ask for help and just have somebody to talk to that's outside of your friend group, outside of your family, just a literal stranger who's experienced in what you're going through and will have the correct tools to help you through it. And yeah, so if you guys want, I'll have the link in my description. Don't forget betterhelp.com/Samantha Nicole. Let's get on with our day. I just got dressed quickly. I put on this little matching set, but I think it's kind of cold out, so I'm gonna throw on a little jacket or maybe a hoodie over top. I did not eat or drink anything yet today, so I'm gonna go grab a coffee with Sam. Let me just get dressed really quickly because he's waiting outside for me, and then we'll like chat more. I'm just gonna throw on this sweatshirt from Aritzia. Found it in my closet and I was like, why do I never wear this? So okay, let's go. Okay guys, so now that we're in the car, I'm with Sam now. Say hello. He has to go to work soon, so we're just gonna grab some coffee together and maybe get some breakfast. I've been really into getting coffee at this deli at my house because I don't know, they just have really good iced coffee, and I need to order more Nespresso pods. So since I don't have any at my house, I'm gonna buy coffee today and just treat myself. Bitches, we made it to the beach. Didn't mean to call you guys bitches, but you know what? That's my sign of endearment. Also, if you guys didn't notice, I did get a new tripod and it looks spectacular in my car. I just drove to the water. If you guys are new to my channel, I come here literally all the time. I always drive by and just like sit in my car and like think, and this is just like my spot to come to when I want to make myself feel better, if that makes sense. So you guys have definitely been here before with me. Sam just went to work and I have my bagel that I got and my coffee, and we're just gonna chill and have breakfast together. I really want to start answering some of your guys' questions questions because, I don't know, I just felt like it was really important to have this conversation with you guys, you know, like get a little bit deep. I'm gonna just be speaking from the heart. Let's see. Oh, this looks amazing. They really hooked me up with a huge bagel. Look at that. That's literally the size of my head. That looks amazing. So I'm going to pull up my Instagram story where I asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions just about anxiety, anything mental health, and I am going to answer them for you. Let's do the first one. How to not worry about something big when it's actually a small situation. This is a great question because I feel like this is so something I do, especially when I'm going through a period where I'm like extremely irritable and just like very sensitive. I get very, very sensitive when I'm like going through, you know, a weird mindset. There's a lot of times where I have to step back and be like, okay, maybe this is not as big as I'm making it out to be in my head. I feel like your brain sometimes really is working against you, which is super unfortunate, but any minor inconvenience happens, like I will just feel it 10 times more than I typically would. And so a lot of the times when that happens, my best advice is to, before acting on it, like before like speaking up and like saying something to somebody, let's say like somebody said something that hurt your feelings, take a step back and like really just think about it. Give yourself at least like 2 hours to kind of cool down, and then in 2 hours from then, if you're still feeling extremely upset about it, or even sleep on it. My best thing that I ever do is I sleep on it, and the next day, if you still feel really upset about whatever it is that happened, and you still like can reason with yourself and be like, no, like this is why this made me upset, and I think that I should stand up for myself and say something to somebody, then I think it's a good time to, you know, take action. I'll like overanalyze things a lot. Like something very small will happen and I'll start overanalyzing it and being like, okay, this happened because this person's actually secretly mad at me, and that person actually secretly hates my guts and did this because they're trying to tell me that they're mad at me. Meanwhile, that's not the case at all. Like my brain will literally concoct this story about something and I'll like convince myself that it's true. Meanwhile, half the time it's not true. That is when I take time to really just like cool down, and then usually the next morning I'm like, okay, that is so ridiculous. That definitely is not the case. So just like give yourself time and be gentle with yourself. It's so good. Egg, cheese, and spinach on an everything bagel. That's my order. Brought my water with me. Make sure you're staying hydrated, by the way, especially if you're drinking coffee. This next one is gonna get a little bit deep. It says, how do you deal with anxiety attacks? And there's another one that kind of goes along with it. It says, does your heart ever race and you have trouble breathing? Full deep breaths. So I definitely suffer from anxiety attacks. I would say that I'm pretty lucky where it doesn't happen as often as it used to, and I know some people like it happens way more often. Actually, I had my first anxiety attack, I think it was like 4 days ago, and it was my first one that I've had in a really long time, and it really like threw me for a loop because I've actually been feeling pretty good recently. Like I said, I've been like feeling like I was getting better and like really happy, and then that happened and it was just so out of nowhere. Absolutely the worst feeling ever. So I grabbed an ice pack and I put it on my chest because I heard somebody say that like that helps you to kind of ground yourself, because I really felt like I was like dissociating. It was like the weirdest feeling ever. I felt like I wasn't in my body and I felt like I wasn't in control of what was happening. So I grabbed a big ice pack and I put it right on my chest and I just like went to go lay back in bed. I realized in that moment like, wow, I really haven't had one of these in so long, and it's really terrible. It's the worst feeling ever. And in that moment, the only thing that really did help was the ice pack. Haven't tried that. Definitely try it. I usually do an ice pack on my chest. I put a cold rag behind my neck like this. Like I'll lift up my hair, put an ice rag on the back of my neck. And if that doesn't work, I'll go and I'll stand by like the sink or whatever, and I'll just put on really cold water and just hold my hands underneath the cold running water, because I feel like the coldness like will ground you, or at least that's what happens to me. Like that's like something that really tends to help me. If that doesn't help, I also will brush my teeth. So weird, but the mintiness also really helps the nausea and just like to feel grounded. I don't know what it is. It's just like that strong minty flavor. Even if I just brush my teeth, like I'll brush my teeth again. So yeah. How do you deal with feeling like nobody likes you / people are judging you? I struggle so much. Literally, my toxic trait, and I've done this for so long, is I will convince myself that everybody hates me. Everyone thinks I'm annoying. No one wants to be my friend. Once you become like really confident in your own skin and your own self, you're almost like, if you don't like me, like that's your problem. Like that's a literal you problem, and I can't help you with that. Like too bad. If somebody doesn't like you for like just you being you, then they're not meant to be in your life. You kind of have to change your mindset and retrain your brain to think of it as like, think of your life as like a movie or like a show. You're the main character and you have all these other like characters around you that are just like part of your plot. And if somebody doesn't like you or if somebody has a problem with you, and like, then this is just this character leaving your plot, and you're like making way for new people who actually value you and actually make you feel loved and appreciated to come into your life. Like, you don't need to be surrounded by people who don't make you feel like they appreciate you and love you. Honestly, just have to change your mindset and not care what people think, and just be super confident in yourself at the end of the day. And I know it's easier said than done, but just be unapologetically yourself, and if somebody doesn't like it, that's their problem. I see somebody else asking a similar question, and someone said, how do I deal with somebody not liking me? Because they hate when people don't like them because they get anxiety. Literally the same thing of what I just said, but also I 100% feel that I would always get so much anxiety when people wouldn't like me, and you just have to realize that that's why you have to change that mindset. Not everybody in the world is going to like you. It's just a fact. If they were not meant to be in your life, that is why. Like, that is why they're gonna find a problem in every little thing that you do, because they're not meant to be in your life, and you should just try and find people who actually really value you. So like, just don't even give them your energy. They don't care to actually get to know you for who you really are, so why would you even give them your energy or your time thinking about it and like getting anxious over the fact that they don't like you? Like, stop letting them even take up any more of your time, because you're a bad bitch and you don't need to be doing that. Do you have advice for being worried about introducing yourself or making new friends? Yes, I definitely can try to give you advice. I feel like I've more recently been going through this. As you guys know, I have a lot of internet friends, which is something I've never really experienced before, and I love it. I'm so grateful for it. Like, I think it's amazing that I can like find people who I can really relate to and that are like super genuine through the internet, and just like by doing what I love. There's been multiple occasions where I've actually gotten to meet some of my internet friends in person, and I feel like that is very intimidating to do, because it's like, what if they're not the same in person, or what if they think I'm not the same, or what if they don't actually like me? Like, I don't know, like there's so many thoughts that go through your head. And for me, since I'm a very like anxious person, I'm a very socially anxious person, it takes so much for me to get comfortable with people and like be my true self with them like right away. Like, that's always been something that I've struggled with, so I kind of have to like give myself a pep talk and like be like, just be yourself. Oh my god, there's a little kitten. You're just crossing the street. Kitty, why is he going to the ocean? Where is your mother? I would try to go help him, but I know that there's always cats around here that like, they don't want help, you know? They're like, they're outside cats. Anyways, what was I saying? You just literally have to put yourself out there and fake it till you make it. That is like my biggest motto when it comes to social like events and stuff. Like, just try and fake it till you make it. Even if you're super anxious on the inside, go in there and be the most confident version of yourself. Before you walk in those doors, just say in your head who you want to be perceived as when you walk in there. Like, when you walk through those doors and people see you, like, what do you want them to perceive you as? And then show up as that person. Even if you're faking it, even if you have to pull out your best acting skills to not show that you're super anxious, so that way at the end of the day, no matter what happens, even if it is awkward, even if it is, you know, not a good match for you and you don't really like want to be friends with this person, you tried your very best, and now you won't look back and be like, oh, like, what if? So yeah, how do you get through a breakdown in public? This has definitely happened to me before. Usually I just like will go to the bathroom and I'll just like take a second to breathe, do the thing with the water, put your hands underneath the water. That really grounds me. Just go to the bathroom, collect yourself, bring a friend with you to the bathroom if you need to, and like tell them what's going on. Call somebody. Sometimes if I'm like alone, I'll call Sam, or I'll call my best friend. I'll call somebody who can like distract you and like make you feel better and like, you know, bring you down. How do you deal with feeling like you're overdressed / underdressed at an event? I always get insecure. Okay, me too, girl. Just know that a lot of people probably are feeling like that. I would always just go with like a nice, safe outfit that's just in the middle of dressed up and also dressed down. But if you do show up somewhere and you're accidentally like overdressed, my biggest advice is just to own it and be like, yeah, I look good. And 9 times out of 10, everybody there is not going to be looking at you and being like, oh my god, she's so overdressed. They're all going to be looking at you and being like, wow, she looks so fire. I'm happy that I answered those questions for you guys. I've been just literally looking out into the ocean. Look how beautiful. We talked for a very long time that my camera is now gonna die. I'm gonna drive home, charge my camera a little bit, and then we'll pick back up this vlog and do some other cute little things. So yeah, BRB. And just like that, I'm back home. I'm in bed now. I just got all cozy I do have some work to do, but when I've kind of been like in a weird headspace, sometimes it like is harder for me to actually get things done than like other days. Like some days I'll be really motivated and then some days I'll be like not motivated at all. So to try to like kind of get me motivated again, I like to journal. You guys know I'm a big journal person. Yes, of course I do go through phases where I like don't journal as much and then I like start doing it again and then I don't do it again. I mainly just use it when I feel like I need it, and I feel like that's the purpose of it. This is the 6-minute diary. There's a bunch of ones on Amazon. I have them linked in my Amazon storefront if you guys want to go check it out. It's in my description, and I love this book because it has little prompts where every day you can like fill it out. It says I'm grateful for, and then you write down things you're grateful for. Then there's another one that says this is how I'll make today great, positive affirmation that you want to write down, and then it also has like little quotes. So I feel like it just kind of gets you in that mindset of like, I'm gonna get things done, today's gonna be a good day. It just gets you like motivated to do what you have to do, in my opinion. One last thing, I have these headphones. So I seen on TikTok a bunch of people like talking about putting these headphones on, like especially these big ones. It's so like therapeutic because you just like get sucked into like your own world because they're kind of like noise canceling. Obviously you can use any kind of headphones that you have, but I just remembered that I had these from so long ago, and so I tried it out and I actually love them. Like wearing these and listen to some good music and listen to like a good podcast or something, you kind of just get sucked into your own little world, and it's just so therapeutic and I'm obsessed with it. So these are like my little therapy headphones. I'm gonna put these on, journal a little bit, and then we're gonna get some work done. So really quickly, I think gratitude is such an important thing, so I just kind of wanted to read to you guys what I wrote that I'm grateful for, just so you guys can get a little bit of a feel. I'm grateful for the health of myself and my family. I'm grateful for all the people who follow me, which is you guys, and support me every single day. And I'm grateful for a roof over my head and dry, warm clothing. Literally all about gratitude. I also got this little bracelet that I've been wearing every single day that says gratitude, and I think it's so cute. It just always is good to remember what you have to be grateful for. And I love this page specifically because the little quote it says is, if it scares you, it may be a good thing to try. And that is on period. Hey guys, it is a lot later now. My camera died, but I got a lot done. I finished editing my entire video for tomorrow. I hope this video helped you guys in any way, shape, or form. Definitely go check out BetterHelp in my description. You guys can get 10% off your first month, so make sure you use the link that's in my description. If no one has told you yet today, you are doing amazing. You are stronger than you know. Your anxiety is lying to you. I'm gonna head out now, but I will definitely see you guys in the next one. I love you so much. Good night.